Alright, hey guys, and welcome back again. We're out for our first weekend of the new season to take a little backpacking trip. We're going to stay over the night. We're not sure where we're staying out here today. We're going to hunt for a new campsite. As you can see, we've got light snow going on. Unfortunately, it's really wet snow because it's probably a little over 35 degrees right now, so the snow is melting really fast when it comes down. So we're going to get a little wet and everything, but we're going to do our best, and maybe we can all learn a couple things about starting fires and all that good stuff in conditions like that. So stick with us and we'll have a good time. We've been walking around for quite a while now, trying to find a new campsite. I also have to scavenge for tinder along the way, though. And as I was walking by, I saw this hanging, and it's evidently bark from another tree, but somehow fell and ended up caught in this one, and it's actually relatively dry. It's damp, but it's drier than most of the stuff I found out here. So I'm going to pull that out and stick it in my pocket and let it dry out a little bit more with some body heat. After looking for a little while and going back and forth, we think we're going to stick with this spot, because as you can see, the two large trees in front of you and this tree here make a nice triangle for the two hammocks. And we've got a nice rock back here, which I'm going to try to clear with snow I can out of here. And we should be able to build the fire right in front of it. It's not perfectly vertical, nor is it curved towards us, which would be ideal situations, but either way it is going to reflect some of the heat towards us. And then we'll use our tarps around the hammocks to close in the outside. So we should hopefully be able to make a nice little bubble of heat for the night to sleep. But the primary thing is whether or not we're going to be able to make fire here. So Chris is going to get started and see if we can make one here before we even start setting up our hammocks in this area or anything. Then we have the river. If you're looking to find water, a great spot that you can usually find them is if you look for certain trees that have these holes here. As you can see, that's acting as a great water collection device right in there. So that should be nice, fresh rainwater. I mean, it's going to have a little bit of tannins from the inside of the tree and etc., but it should be safe to drink. Looking inside of the crack of this tree for some dry tinder, because it's off the ground and sometimes it can be hiding wood shavings or flakes of woods that you can peel off inside of the log that, though may be rotted, may still be drier than things that are out here in the snow and the rain. But when I looked inside, you can see, I believe it may have been a little squirrel's den. You can see in there, there's a ton of acorns all peeled up and cracked open, filling up the whole bottom in there. It's neat to find. When I'm looking around for dry tinder, I'm looking for anywhere that may be covered inside of another log, under a log, in a place where there's where it's going to be sheltered from the snow and the rain and be able to stay dry. For example, you have this rock here that's sticking out of the ground quite nicely. It blocked a lot of the snow from going down, and though along the edges everything's still very wet, if you look back inside there, you can see the difference in the color of the leaves, and I did already feel in there. There's a few leaves in there that are still completely dry. They have not been touched by the water, so I am going to grab a couple of those.
So all the saplings we cut down out of our little campsite, we trying to use for a fire lay. This nice green wood that'll stay there for a while, keep it off the wet ground, and I just dug out a foot of snow. So, good way to try and use everything you take down. broke up a wet fire cube on top of it, up in all our birch bark and kindling. So now we're just stacking some little stuff. This is all wet, everything's soaked out here. So, tiny stuff, all on top. Hope it dries out in time to get the fire going. And I'll just keep building around it.
Yeah, and the wet fire cubes often come free in a lot of different packages you get for your wood stove at home, like the CSL items and things like that. So, since you don't really need them in your home, because you can take all the tries you want with a lighter, etc., take that and throw it in your backpack or your bug out bag or whatever you have there, and that way you'll have it in times like these, and it's really light and easy to carry, so...
Yeah, when you know you're coming out in the snow and the rain, you might as well keep a couple on you somewhere when you come out. I mean, I have the char cloth and pine sap on me and everything else, but we try to use everything. Get a mixture. I don't need to work too hard today.
Change it up a little bit.
Oh, your birch bark lit right up. Birch bark's taking off faster than the wet fire stuff, so it's always good.
Not quite done with our shelter yet. We still have another hammock to put up, do some little touches and cleanups, but so far for a man-made shelter, this is absolutely my favorite for using man-made materials so far. There is a noticeable difference between inside here and out of the temperature. You come out and it's like cold. You go in there and it's nice and steamy.
We've been trying to find this bee setup for a while now, and we can never find a really good location where it gives us enough room between hammocks and the fire and just everything right. And then, I mean, this worked great with this big rock. That'll block a lot of wind coming in. And
it's going to be great, I think.
We still have a little 4x7 tarp, I think it is, that we could patch up some holes if we need to.
Yeah, it's a little backpacker's tarp.
We'll lay down and put our bags on and
yeah.
it works.
As you can see, you've got the place to breathe in between the two tarps for the fire and the smoke going up, so we're not getting smoked out. That side's all blocked in.
All the smoke's going out. I'm not getting smoked out or nothing.
I'll give you a little inside view.
It's a little cramped for walking around.
Well, yeah, but you know what? I'd rather have the warm. Sorry, my camera can't zoom out enough to give you the greatest view while you're inside, so that you get the idea. I'm really excited. This is definitely, again, for man-made, you know, not making debris huts and stuff. This is my favorite shelter so far. This is awesome. It's so warm in here. The difference is ridiculous.
Just got to chop up some more wood. I broke down a bunch of big limbs, you know, this size and bigger. They're still out there. It's just a haul from where it is. It's across a little stream. But we'll just keep chopping it up, stacking it on this hill, kind of drying it out.
Oh, yeah.
So far,
I've got some little stuff over there. The fire's still, I mean, it's going. It gets scary every once in a while, but it's going. And we've got a nice coal base now, so I don't think we'll have a problem getting it back going if we were to lose it for any reason. So, just a simple, easy tip on tools you can make while you're out in the woods. We wanted to somehow get those tarps to roll up together so that it closed the gap for the wind coming in from above. So all we did was make a simple clothespin by taking a small piece of wood and using a thin blade, something like a machete or a knife or something to that effect, to split it about halfway down and use that split just like a clothespin to clip that together.
A green piece of wood, otherwise dry wood's just going to split and break all the way through. Make sure you don't go all the way through the green wood, but...
Yeah. It's not so brittle. The fire's still going, which is great. Chris has been chopping up a ton of wood over here, as you can see. He's been working hard. catch the steam on camera. Oh, there it is. Ow! Ass is steaming hot. Chicken with some simple seasonings for dinner. Nothing big, easy things you can keep in your pack. We got a seasoning container, which I used some garlic, salt, and pepper out of, and then I brought a little bit of basil and oregano and put that on there too. So should make it decent. I'm gonna cook it over the fire for a while. We just took the lid off to check on it because I could hear that it was sizzling. We are keeping the lid on and keeping it far away from the flames to allow it to hopefully cook for long enough to get it all the way through the center of that chicken. Otherwise, most of the day we've just been kind of hanging out because, as you can see, it's still snowing out of there, but apparently it's supposed to be like 50 degrees and beautiful tomorrow, so we're going to stick it out and wait for the morning. Otherwise, we're just kind of hanging out in our shelter here. We've been snacking and played some cards, went and got some more firewood. It's kind of been chilling. Yeah, keeping warm, keeping dry.
Still definitely warmer in the hut than it is outside, so.
Yeah, much warmer. Fire's been going well. So hopefully I have enough wood for the night. We've got that over there, a little more around the corner. Stuff back there. Water's flowing. Were you going to say something? I thought I heard you. I thought you were going to say something. I thought I heard you. Yeah. It'd be a little bit of a winter wonderland out there. Yeah, so dinner's ready. It didn't take too long. Came out pretty nicely. It's going to taste pretty good, so. That's something, alright.
Should be. Oh, yeah. Jesus.
Oh, nice. Sorry, fun. Little pool of water. This don't dump it on me. For yourself. Ah! Oh, that's nice. I got that idea. Sit back down. Alright, so the sun's almost down out there. It's going on 7 o'clock or so now, so we did put up a couple extra cold fortifications before night because we can already feel the temperature dropping. And it's going to be a little chilly tonight in the mid-20s or so. Hopefully it won't go much lower than that. We put up the backpacker's tarp over there to block a little more wind, and around the edges of our tarps beneath us we did pile up some snow to try to stop the wind from coming in and rushing below us, because that'll freeze you right over, especially sleeping in the hammocks. So we did that. Fire's still going. Got some water boiled. I gotta get the rest of the food put back in the backpack before it's too dark and I can't see.
So I get my sleeping bag out.
Oh, that's not good. I didn't realize you still had to do that.
Yeah.
Should probably do that. So, get on
We should
that.
have enough wood and everything.
Yeah, I think it should be fine. We always get too much wood and then...
Usually, yeah. We got some big stuff, so
Yeah.
hopefully it'll last.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be a problem. I mean, that one big log that's there that's been burning for a while and it's mostly still there, so... So we're just hanging out in the hammocks. Sun is completely down. Having to use the flashlight to see here. We're pretty comfortable, just pretty warm in here. So flashing sunshine as she fires. Going pretty nicely. Chris has got his hammock over there. He was smart. He put a bunch of wood underneath him, so he doesn't have to keep getting in and out of the hammock, and he can just kind of reach it and chuck it over on the fire. Sorry this is being so blurry. It doesn't seem to be able to focus with the dark. Keeps going in and out. Oh, there it is for a second. Oh, and it's gone again. So he's chilling. It's pitch black out there now. As you can see, that was the view we had before. It's gone. But I think we're going to be pretty warm tonight. I'm pretty comfortable, granted, for, mid-20s outside, so yeah. Probably see you in the morning otherwise.
So it's morning in our humble little abode. It's cold. It's supposed to be warm today, but it's supposed to be clear too, and it's all cloud cover out. We had stars last night, so I don't know what happened to it. It got a little smoky in here last night, so we flipped the top over. So it's staying warm though. Hammock's close enough to the fire where I was getting a nice heat bubble right by my shoulders and head, so that was doing nice. Woke up, put some hot hands and some toe warmers in. Some snow falls in my sleeping bag, that's cool. Bad part about having the roof down. But yeah, alright, so we're just warming up, probably eat something, get ready, head to hike out a little bit. Water's still flowing good. It's high. It's nice. All this snow is just like frozen now. We were squishing right through it yesterday, but it's all just solid rock now. A little camp up there. It's trying to warm up. And so as you can see, we used up our entire wood pile. We should be good for until we get packed up and go. Keep flipping these logs around. There's a couple big pieces in there still. I didn't touch any of the extra stuff that we brought over. I didn't cut up yet. Brought it just in case if in the middle of the night I ran out. I had to get up and chop it or throw it in or whatever. And as you can see, I didn't bring it over there yesterday. There's the downed tree I was taking all my wood from. So I had a bunch more limbs hanging off. I took a bunch of the big limbs off, a little stream across. I had to cross over every freaking time to get it. So, yeah, but just enough. Be good on the wood. Just wanted to say these little collapsible 3-piece shovels with the pickaxe and shovel and everything else. That's my second one. We got that one in a package deal at a yard sale, so it was like free pretty much. First one I bought, the washer on these things just collapses in and folds over and makes it just useless. It doesn't hold them solid. And the first one I just threw out because it was just floppy. It was crap. And this one that you saw me digging the ice out when I was digging the fire pit, shortly after, the handle friggin' broke right off. Snapped the metal clean. So you can see that thing's garbage. So another one wasted. They're useless. I have looked at the I was looking at getting one of those little cold steel ones with the wood handle. It's solid one piece. I think it's like a military issue or something like that. It says it's sharpened and everything. It looks pretty nice. So I don't use a shovel too much. Never really wanted to carry it out and deal with it, but it might be useful. We'll see how that one goes maybe one day.
We're just putting the finishing touches on getting the fire all out. Everything's packed up, and we'll be heading home. And we will see you guys when the weather is nicer a lot more. So thanks for hanging out with us in the meantime.